Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mainman Mademan in the building. What it do, people? What it do, fight fans? I'm here. Hope I'm not too late. Messing with that CP time. You know how it go, man. What's good to everybody? Happy late Veterans Day to everybody. I repeat, every veteran out there that served their country, whatever your DD-214 says, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there that fought for whatever country that you live in and whatever country that you support. Happy Veterans Day. Happy late Veterans Day to you. Man, oh man, we got some things to talk about, fight fans. We got some things to talk about. What's up with you, Harold Jones? I see you in the building. Evening to you too, my king. What's up with you, man? Look here, man. Look here, man. We got some things to talk about. But before I do, let me ask y'all a question, man. Have y'all ever been in a store, right? And you got like a $20 bill in your pocket and that joint rip and you got nothing but plastic left and you try to get that 20 to the cashier and she look at you like, yo, I can't accept that. Yo, what the hell? Man, you better take this $20 bill, man. What's wrong with you, man? I just went through that. And she like, no, I can't give this to nobody. Look, I don't care what you do with it. Put that joint in the stash, turn it into the bank. But I can't do nothing with it. Man, take this dub and keep it pushing, man. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, man. That's why they got all these self-checkout lines now, man, because these cashiers be lunching. You hear me? But anyway, though, man, we talking boxing. PBC has now unveiled some fights that we should be taking us what through about the spring. I'm thinking to about the spring with some of the fights that they announced. Y'all catch that press conference? Saw the press conference, saw all the stuff that was talked about. Seen Keith one time Thurman back in the building, come back for his return. We seen Danny Garcia sitting up in that joint looking salty as hell. You know what I mean? Man, we're going to talk about this, man. A lot of these fights, I'm like, what the hell, man? What the hell? Could Uncle Al have done better with $100 million? You hear me? Could he have not done just a little better? What's up, Orlando? What's good with you, man? Appreciate you joining me tonight, man. For real. Man, I'm like, yo, what's up, Uncle Al? You got over $100 million, man. Give us something good to watch. We dying to see what y'all trying to announce. And these are seemingly most of the fights that's going to be going down on Fox. And man, I'm like, yo, we could have did a little more better than this. You know what I mean? Some of them I understand. Some of them I'm like, yo, we could have done better. Hey, yo, if my voice is low, please somebody let me know. I'm not sure right now, man. But we just going to jump right into it, man. Let's start off with some of the earlier fights first and foremost, man. Let's start off Jose Escadaway versus Caleb Plant at super middleweight. I'm not super mad at that fight, given the circumstances surrounding that fight with Caleb Plant, you know, coming off the injury with his hand and everything like that, man. You know, I'm all right with that fight. You know, I want to see Caleb Plant get a proper shot, and I'm actually hoping that he's 100% ready to roll. You know what I mean? They've already put this off once in the back before, and I'm just hoping that he's ready to roll, man. We don't want to see no broke down fights. It looks like they're kicking this one off on January 13th. This one going down on Fox Sports 1. I like Caleb Plant, soft puncher. You know what I mean? Not the one of the last people that I thanks Orlando. I appreciate it. One of the last people that I want to see get into a fight with a hand injury, given that the dude already knockout power will be iffy as hell. But I love this guy's heart. I love the intensity that he usually brings to a fight. So this Jose Escadaway versus Caleb Plant fight ain't the worst. You know what I mean? Plus, it's something that's been put off before. So I guess we can deal with that one, man. We're going to keep it moving. January 26th on Fox. They talking Keith one-time Thurman versus Jotacito Lopez. Let me say this again, man. Keith one-time Thurman versus Jotacito Lopez, though. I guess we got to give Keith his space, right? He's coming off of what, damn near 22-month layoff, been out of the ring for a long time, and we was expecting that soft touch. But Jotacito, I'm the king of the gatekeepers. I'm the king of the tune-up fights. Lopez, man, come on, man. I mean, you know, it is what it is. I'm not jumping for joy over that fight. If anything, this fight going to be like a measuring fight for Keith Thurman. See whatever it's going to be, if it's shoulder, if it's going to be his elbow, if it's going to be his hand, his bone bruises, whatever the injury that the dude got going on. I guess this is going to be a way for us to see where is this dude, you know, anything that he once was before he left. I'm hoping that he is. I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. I'm hoping that he is because I want to see Keith Thurman in the mix. But my thing is that I don't like about this situation is we already see the words being played out and the way everybody talking about. Yo, it's the groundwork being laid for Keith One Time Thurman versus the Showtime Sean Porter rematch. And that's the thing that got us like, hold up, man. Earl Spence Jr. is sitting right there, Slim. He's sitting right there. This is the same dude who just told you a couple months ago he'll stop you in 6. He's sitting right there, and you talking through him. This is the stuff they try to make us like we dumb boxing fans, and this is the shit that I hate, man. For real. You hear me? I'm just like, man, dude, I understand you want to get your soft touch on. Y'all know I'm the biggest Keith Thurman fan out here. I got nothing but love for Thurman. Ronnie Boy Fresh says Thurman is done, Slim. You hear me? We gonna get to that, bro. You know, I'm like this, man. I don't mind you getting that soft touch in, but don't act like, man, Earl Spence Jr. ain't right there and try to divert your attention back to that WBC talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Dog, what's the difference between you being unified with the WBC and the WBA or the WBA and the IBF? What the hell is the difference, man? You a unified champion, but you talking as if that man ain't sitting right there. And just a few months ago, him telling you to your face, bruh, I stopped you in 6. Man, I ain't getting over that. That video still stands in my archives, man. I'm not getting over that one right there, Joe. Keith One Time Thurman is my man. No doubt about it. But when the man tells you to your face, I will stop you in 6, and then you got other reporters sitting in the audience with their lame-ass questions, might I add. You had the other reporters referring to this man in your face as the #1 welterweight, yet you talking like that man ain't sitting right there. I'm not understanding that right there. That's when I'm like, what? That's the thing that throws me off about Keith Thurman and the whole Josito Lopez situation. He ain't saying, okay, after this is over, look here, man. Hey, Earl, I'm on your line. I'm on your line. We ain't hearing that type talk. We hear, oh, well, I want, you know, I want to go back for my belts. And I've given them leeway on that fight, fans. Y'all know I have. I gave him leeway on the fact that if you want to go get your old titles and you vacated them, it is what it is. But I can't, it's hard for me to fathom this when that man is sitting right there, though, bruh. Vil Lunga says, what is all this tune-up stuff? They don't do that in the UFC. Tune up in your spawn sessions. Thurman did beat Garcia and Porter back-to-back, though. Yeah, he beat Thurman and Garcia back-to-back. And that's why I say I get it. He won't go for his titles. It is what it is. But don't act like that man ain't sitting right there, bruh. Don't act like that. Thurman going to be doing commentary for Fox. Man, I hope not, bruh. I don't want to hear about no injuries after the Josito Lopez situation. I don't want to hear about no injuries. Oh, man, I got to take another 8-9 months off, because, I think my pinky got bent too far to the back. And, yeah, man, I think I might have got fractures in my toe just because my pinky got bent to the back. I don't want to hear that, bruh. Keith Thurman, you my man. And contrary to popular belief, I still see Keith Thurman as the #1 welterweight. And the reason being because since the man's been gone, nobody has surpassed him. I don't care what nobody say. I don't just go off eye test. Oh, this dude looked like he better than Keith Thurman. Nah, ain't nobody outdone him. And that's just real talk. Let's keep it moving to some more fights. On that same fight card, they're talking about Adam Kaunaki versus Gerald Washington. I like Adam Kaunaki. And he's taking it one step at a time. But this is a fight that's going to move no needles. It's good that it's going to be on free TV. Thank you, Uncle Al, for that. But at the end of the day, Adam Kaunaki is still on the come up. February 16th on Fox. This is the one that I want to talk about more than any of them. This is the one that Thurman got a hot condition, Orlando. I hear you, bro. This is the one that I really want to talk about right here. February 16th on Fox. Leo Santa Cruz, Leo Santa snooze, Leo Santa lose, Leo Santa the ruse versus Miguel Flores. Who the hell is, bruh? What's up with my main man, Gary Russell Jr., bruh? Hold up, bruh. I'm going to say this again. Leo Santa Cruz versus Miguel Flores. Isn't this dude like a prospect? What the hell is Leo Santa Cruz doing, man? I have been leaving Leo Santa Cruz alone for a minute because I just knew that he was going to jump in the ring with my main man, Gary Russell. And yet here we go again. And then when you hear him at this press conference, oh yeah, I want to go and do this Flores fight, and then hopefully maybe Carl Frampton, and then yeah, Gary Russell Jr. Go back and rewind the tape and look at the press conference, because that's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said, bruh. I don't hate the matchups, but I really wanted to see Gary Russell versus Leo Santa Cruz. Bruh, that was the heartbreaker of the night right there. That was the heartbreaker of the day. When this news hit my phone earlier, bruh, I had to do a double take on this. Like, what? Did this man say that he is not fighting Gary Russell Jr. next in a major unification fight? You know what, man? Uncle Al, I don't know what you got brewing, but this ain't right. This ain't right here, bruh. You've been keeping this carrot in front of the horse for too damn long. This fight has been baking too damn long. Leo Santa Snooze ducked Guillermo Rigondeaux, and now he's trying to do the same thing against Gary Russell Jr., though. How long we got to wait? How long we got to wait? I'm going to be drawing freaking Social Security by the time we get the chance to see this damn fight. This is unacceptable, ladies and gentlemen. Unfreaking acceptable, free TV or not. I do not want to see Leo Santa Cruz get in there and just walk down Flores. What the hell is this about? Anybody who supports this, how the hell can you call yourself a boxing fan, bruh? Real shit. Real shit. Ain't nobody gonna support this. And then what is he? What is he? What I mean, this has got to be a duck. I don't know what else to call this, man. If it walk like a damn duck, if it quack like a duck, it's a Leo Santa Cruz. That's what it is. It ain't no hiding this. Ain't no dog. You need to get in the ring with Gary Russell Jr. The Carl Frampton thing. Look, I understand you. Yo, y'all 1-1, whatever the fuck. But at the end of the day, that has to wait. Because this is what the fans want to see. See, man, I'm so anti-suit, man. I'm so anti-suit in this boxing thing that it don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense to me, bruh. Uncle Al can make this happen at the snap of a finger, but he got us watching Leo Santa Cruz versus Miguel Flores, who ain't rated in the top 5, top 10, top 15 of nothing. Am I lunching? Am I tripping? Am I wrong here? It's a damn duck light lit up. It's a duck, bruh. It's no doubt about this, man. Oh yeah, we fought in the amateurs, and yeah, we got to break. Man, look, bruh, you need to stop saying Gary Russell Jr. name. At this point, Gary Russell Jr. need to be looking elsewhere, man. He don't even get in there with the dude that Gary Russell just beat in Diaz. Nothing. He fighting freaking Flores. Flores, y'all. Fucking Flores. I can't believe this. Who was Gary Russell Jr. fighting? I don't know who. I know who he's supposed to fought, Ronnie Boy Fresh. I know who he's supposed to have been fighting. I know who we all thought that he was going to be fighting, and it was Leo Santa Cruz. That's who we thought he was going to fight. He agreed to the fight a couple months ago. Now suddenly he's fighting a no-name. It don't make no sense. And this is why I say, ladies and gentlemen, I'm anti-suit. Because these suits are milking us to death with baking these damn fights. There ain't no excuse for this, man. Fucking Leo Santa Cruz and Flores, man. And then they put this on the same card as John Molina Jr. versus Omar Figueroa. That's going to be an action-packed fight. Omar Figueroa, fresh off his legal issues. John Molina Jr., the whole shit with the quitter, the guy who likes to hit on women. You know who I'm talking about. I don't even want to say his name. That fell apart. So these two they found each other. It is what it is. But back to Leo Santa Cruz. Man, I'm going to tell you like this. This is the same playbook that he ran on Guillermo Rigondeaux. This is the same playbook. He stalled. There ain't no excuse, bruh. We need to effectively raise the heat on Leo Santa Cruz, man. This is unacceptable. Now, I understand y'all may say, okay, Gary Russell Jr. is not fighting before me. So Ronnie Boy, is you trying to make this a Gary Russell thing? Are you trying to say that Gary Russell don't want this fight? When the man has been at every camera or anybody that would listen, yelling from the rooftops with a megaphone, saying that he wants Leo Santa Cruz? You telling me that? Please, I know you're not telling me that Russell don't want this fight. Russell been dying for this damn fight. Man, go up to 130, Russell, man. Don't be waiting on this dude, man. I already know what Leo doing. Leo is trying to sit back and allow Gary Russell Jr. to get bigger and make it harder for him to make the weight, not knowing that this dude is disciplined. I live in the same town as Gary Russell Jr., for those who don't know. When we see Gary, he's always in shape. You see his whole family. They always in shape. They always in the gym. They fucking gym rats. They're very disciplined fighters. They live a fighter's lifestyle. I don't get it, man. And the WBC, man, what's up with them? They just gave his daddy like the trainer WBC honorary belt or whatever the fuck. I don't, they just gave him that. If that's the case, then then make your man get in the ring with the WBC champion. That's what I don't get it. Man, this shit ain't right, bro. He only fight once every 12 months. But what that got to do with Leo Santa Cruz, Ronnie? What that got to do with Leo Santa Cruz? He's calling the man's name. This is a champion calling out another champion. Let me guess, you want to see him fight Carl Frampton again? Is that what you want to see? You want to see him, he wanted Abner Martes until Abner Martes ran up to get the fight with Tank. He was hoping he could have got the Abner Martes fight. I was saying Gary Russell Jr. will fight ASAP for that. Man, ASAP in a heartbeat for that unification. And we all know that. We ain't not going to make it like Gary Russell Jr. in no shape, form, or fashion want that fight. We know he wants that fight. He'll take less money. He was willing to go to LA. He was willing to be the B-side. All that. He wasn't putting no obstacles up. Man, where you want to fight at, Leo? You want to fight in your backyard? Where you want to fight at? You want to fight on your roof? I'll fight on your rooftop. What you want me to do? Or you want me to just you want to wear gloves and I don't want to wear? How you want to do it, Leo? I'll do it any way you want. I ain't gonna lie, man. What Gary Russell Jr. does, he lives a fighter's lifestyle. You're not going to get him to outgrow the weight. You're not going to get him to make it hard for him to make the weight. You know what I'm saying? According to Leo, he thought he saw some things in the JoJo Diaz fight. What the hell? Then come and exploit them things you saw in the JoJo Diaz fight. Ladies and gentlemen, I was in the building. Gary Russell fought a beautiful fight that night. If you see something, Leo, like Mikey Garcia says he sees something, then act on it and stop running your damn mouth. You are next, Gary Russell Jr. I want to fight Gary Russell Jr. next. Blah, 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 blah. Man, shut your ass up. You don't want nothing. Keep your ass in LA. Whole time, all this posturing you doing, you need to bring your ass out here to DC. Ain't one time ran up on Gary. Ain't one time nothing. Ain't walking the ring, nothing. You don't want this fight. You milking us, bruh. Let's keep it pushing, man. What else we got in the lineup? They talking. Anthony Durrell versus Avni Yildirim. That's going to be for a vacant title. So we'll see, man. I think that's also the situation where Benavidez, he was messing with that coat. So he fucked up on that whole situation, man. And it is what it is. Nobody going to be clamoring for that fight. Ain't going to be a lot of American fans who even know who Avni Yildirim is. You know what I mean? So whatever, man. That's what you're doing with $100 million, PBC? For real? Showtime Sean Porter versus Yordenis Ugas. Well, what do you have here? What do you have here? You got two former IBF ranked fighters. One is a former IBF champion. The other one was supposed to be the IBF mandatory, and none of them want to fight the IBF champion. Yo, I mean, that's funny, huh? You got Sean Porter, who's allegedly towing the WBC line when we all know that unification trumps mandatory. And he had Earl Spence Jr. run up in there and debo his whole fight, walk up in there, get up in his face, take over his whole press conference, steal all the shine, stand there in today's press conference, put that gorilla press on him. And he's still like, I want to do what the WBC tell me to do. WBC, I'm hiding behind y'all. I work for the WBC. It's me and the WBC. I love the WBC. I've been loving the WBC for years. Man, Uncle Al make the damn fight. We got to get careful for you. We thought Ugas was going to actually square off against Earl Spence Jr. at one point in time before the Mikey Garcia situation reared his head. I found the interesting quote earlier by Kenny Porter, and this is what Kenny Porter had told to ESPN, and I find this a little alarming, though Kenny Porter word right now is pretty much bullshit, you know what I'm saying? But he told ESPN in an interview, and let me find this quote, man, because okay, he says that and I quote, for him, my feeling right now, and he's talking about Earl Spence Jr., I really wanted IBF welterweight belt holder Errol Spence, but it appears he's fighting Mikey Garcia. I asked for Earl Spence. I've been clear, and I'm not talking about the media. I made it clear to the people that needed to know to get this in moving order. That's what we wanted. And we were told Earl was more than likely going in a different direction. End quote. So my question is this, and this is according to what Kenny Porter is saying. Is it the suits, ladies and gentlemen? Does the suits want the Mikey Garcia fight more than they want the Sean Porter? I'm about to say the Kenny Porter fight. I will say, but the Sean Porter fight. Is it the suits? I always got to come back to that. But at the end of the day, the Ugas, he's a Earl Spence Jr. duck. Showtime Sean Porter, he's a Earl Spence Jr. duck. I guess we just playing duck, duck, goose up in this bitch. Ugas moved to the WBC ASAP. He's seen food. He's seen food. Yeah, I guess you might want to say. But you know, one thing is this. When you go to the WBC, Ugas wasn't guaranteed that shot, man. Y'all know how the WBC get down. They can make you wait up to a year to do a mandatory. But however, with the IBF, they enforce it, and they enforce it ASAP. After the Ocampo fight, we thought it was going to be Ugas Spence. Y'all know that, man. This is once again another fighter who's now joined the Ransom Club, is like I like to call him at the welterweight division. Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter is what's considered the Ransom Club. And the Ransom Club is now been joined by your Danish Ugas. Orlando Finney, shout out to you in the super chat, my brother. I appreciate you, man. Always down to support the channel. That's my man right there. Hey, yo, hit the like button for the boy too, fellas. You know, I'm just saying, man, like now he's part of the Ransom Club. Now he's part of one of the ones that says, you know what? We're not giving Errol Spence Jr. that name. We're not giving him that big win. He has effectively joined the Ransom Club. You know, it's this is crazy to me, man. So they found each other. I guess it's better than Showtime Sean Porter actually fighting Andre Berto for the second time. You know, I guess a lot of people ain't really want to see that. I know I ain't want to see that. But the Ugas situation, given that how Ugas looked in this last fight, that was another iffy thing. Remember, he didn't look too solid in that last fight. And so we were all like, that's not a fight that we clamoring for. But if Earl Spence Jr. had to fight him, given no one else was stepping up, we thought Ugas was different. Ugas was calling out Spence. He was saying Spence's name, the whole nine. You know what I mean? But yet, once again, another fighter who ran for the hills, who ran for the WBC, and got the hell away from Earl Spence Jr. Unfreaking believable. Who else we got? March 4th, Fox Sports 1, Lamont Peterson versus Sergey Lipinets. Now, Sergey Lipinets, we know he usually fights down at the 140-pound division. So Sergey Lipinets clearly is going to be coming up to welterweight, the former kickboxer, a guy who I've never really been high on, even when he had those titles. But, you know, the thing that comes as a surprise to me is that this one flew under the radar. I didn't see Lamont Peterson coming back. I didn't know if he was even coming back after the Earl Spence Jr. fight. And clearly the news came out when Lamont Peterson walked out of that stage in that press conference. I was like, what? Get the fuck out of here. It's not a bad, it's not the worst fight, given that Lamont's coming off a loss. However, I would prefer to see Lamont Peterson versus Danny Garcia. I think that would have been a much better fight, a rematch, a fight that some say my main man Lamont won. Some say Danny Garcia won. Why couldn't they get it on with $100 million in the bag, Uncle Al? Oh, he fought Eric Bonet at 147. Okay, cool. Well, in that case, the way he's used to, he's going up and down in weight like that. It's all good, but wouldn't y'all rather have seen Lamont Peterson versus Danny Garcia? Take in mind, Danny Garcia is not coming back to the ring till April. April to fight Danny Garcia versus Adrian Granados. Why couldn't they do this thing between Lamont Peterson and Danny Garcia in April? Would there not have been a much more respectable fight, given that these two had such a close fight? You like the Lamont Lipinets fight, Ronnie Boy? Okay, that's what it is. I mean, my thing with Lipinets, such a soft puncher, man. I think he's probably getting a little better than what he started as, but I'm not high on that dude, man. Like, with his performances at 140, the Mikey Garcia, Mikey went in there and just washed him, bro. Like, I mean, I don't know. I just don't think he carries no power up to welterweight. And I think that Lamont will walk him down. I think Lamont will sit there and sit on a lot of his punches. And I think he'll give Sergey Lipinets a lot of hard punches and give him the business, truth be told. But I think Lamont Peterson versus Danny Garcia, that's the freaking one. That's the one right there, man. And Uncle Al could have made it happen. That's all I'm saying. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to get out of this baked mentality, man. We got to get out of this baked mentality and look for the big fights. You know, Fox and Showtime, they are going to be competing with DAZN and ESPN. If they want to take the market, if they want to run shit, you got to give us some good fights when you got all of this damn talent. That's all I'm saying. And they have the potential to do so. It's not like they don't have the potential. They could have made Lamont and Danny, and we would have been lit for that damn fight. We'd have been making vid after vid after vid for that fight. We would have been turned. But once again, another fight that's, I don't know where they maneuvering. I don't know how they're pivoting. But this they could have. I mean, some of y'all may like the Lipinets fight. I would prefer Lamont Peterson versus Danny Garcia. That's just me. Peter Quillen versus Caleb Truax, April 13th on Fox Sports 1. I mean, how long we gonna be waiting for Quillen? Man, we gotta wait all the way to April to see this dude fight after that Jay Leon Love fight. Are you serious? Like, Quillen, man, get your shit together, bro. Either you want to be a fighter, or you want to be a money maker, or you want to be a change man. I don't know what you want to be, but after that Jacobs fight, he knocked a few damn screws loose in my main man Peter Quillen. I don't know what's up with Kid Chocolate, man. It's like after Jacobs, man, slump is knocked him out in the first round. Chocolate lost all of his edge, man. It ain't Kid Chocolate no more, man. Real talk, man. He something else. He like Kid Peppermint. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's up with my dude, man. Like, the hunger, is it the hunger gone from him? I don't know what it is, but Caleb Truax, you know, come on, man. Caleb Truax, he did, you know, give us that surprise victory over James DeGale. And I thought in the rematch, Caleb Truax beat DeGale in that second time, too. But, yo, Peter Quillen, come on, man. You need a name, bruh. Yo, we gave you the Jay Leon fight. I mean, the Daniel Jacobs beat down wasn't that damn bad. You got back up. You know, the ref could have gave you a little more time. But at the end of the day, you lost. It is what it is. Peter Quillen tried to act like he was off of that, I'm done with just making money, I'm trying to get the best fights type thing. Like, then he started to act like he was Eddie Murphy in the Holy Man movie. Like, you know, yes, you know, it's all about my brother and just, you know what I'm saying? Man, Peter Quillen need to do something, Ronnie. I don't know what's up with him, bro. Like, Peter Quillen has lost so much hunger, in my opinion. Like, he's just, I don't know what is up with him, man. And the Caleb Truax fight is just a fight that I'm not going to be checking for. I like Caleb Truax, and I do like the performances he put in against James DeGale. I thought he fought the fights of his life. But Peter Quillen, man, come on, bro. Like, come on, man. PBC, y'all got way too much money. Y'all got way just too much access to free TV to be doing this to us, man. Real talk. April 20th on Fox. Danny Garcia versus Adrian Granados. Now, that's what I was saying right there. We got to wait all the way to April to see Danny Garcia fight Adrian Granados. Granados wasn't at the press conference tonight. He was out sick. He was down with the flu or some shit like that, or whatever the case may be. But come on, man. Like, always, we got to wait to April for this. Okay, Danny needs a tune-up. Danny always needs a tune-up. You know what I mean? Danny takes a hard fight. He needs a tune-up. Danny wins a hard fight. He needs a tune-up. You know what I mean? Like, Danny is like the tune-up king right now. Okay? He needs a tune-up. Whatever. You know what I mean? After the Porter fight. This, to me, is stalling. This is, to me, is just him stalling to see how it's going to form at the Ransom Club. If he'll get a shot against Thurman, if he'll get a shot against Porter, maybe if now that Ugas is part of that club, maybe he'll get a shot against Ugas. This is all stalling tactics to me by Danny Garcia. He could have easily took the Lamont Peterson fight, a fight that I know that I'm 150% and will bet the 6 months of my mortgage on that he would have accepted. Shout out to the homie Ronnie Boy Fresh in the super chat, $5. I appreciate you, homie. Appreciate you, real talk. You know it. But come on, man. Like, come on, right? We got to wait all the way to April for Danny Garcia to finally develop some confidence and to get into the ring with Adrian Granados. Silver, he says, boxing is leaning more towards the business side and it's messing up the sport. It's messing up the sport heavy, man. We want to attract new fans to the sport. When you got access to free TV like this, this is the time. This is the time. I always told people, look, bet on PBC because they got the best names. But they keep putting the card in front of us and ain't giving us the damn fights, ladies and gentlemen. They just not giving it to us. And I'm like, come on, man. Y'all got all this potential. It's the damn suits. Hashtag anti-suits. Hashtag anti-suits. They milking us, man. Real shit. And so, yo, I'm going to be real. Like, when you keep doing stuff like this, it makes people like me say the zone ain't looking that bad. And I haven't crossed over officially yet. Y'all haven't heard me announce that yet. And I ain't got nothing against the zone, but I'm holding out for a reason. Not giving us the fights we want. I mean, look, man, everybody is going to be on record. I'm going to tell y'all right now, your favorite uploader is going to be on record saying, well, these are just setup fights. These are fights they're using to set up for the future, and this is going to happen, and that's going to happen. Man, look, man, they've been setting our ass up for the longest. Let's look at the Wilder undercard. You know what I mean? Like, who they got? They got Luis Ortiz versus Travis Kaufman. Never heard of him. Never heard of him. I'm being 100. Maybe I'll do my research. I'll get on my homework. Never heard of him. You know what I mean? Luis Ortiz versus Travis Kaufman. All right, whatever. You know, I get Jared Hurd. He got the shoulder issue and everything like that. Joe Joyce versus, what's this dude name? Joyce versus, what's his name? I forget his name. Hanks, something like that. What is this, man? Dog, they have 100 million from one network. And how much did they get from Showtime? Damn near 100 million from them too. They got damn near 200 million. And this is what they doing. Now let's get to the big one. Mikey Garcia versus Earl the Truth Spence. It is now official. It's going to be going down AT&T Stadium, aka Jerry's World, and it is what it is. It is what it is. Seen them two face off today, and I was like, look at that size difference. Mikey better hit the weights like yesterday. Like yesterday. Ronnie Boy Fresh says dress rehearsal is now over. Now it's time for PBC to drop the bangers. Exactly. We've had the opening acts, man. It's time for you to give us the main events. We've seen the previews, okay? We want to see the damn movie now. We want to see the feature films. Give us that. But back to this, man. Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence Jr. This is what boxing has come to. This is what the welterweight, the so-called number one fighter at welterweight that fights on the same side of the street with the top welterweights in the division. This is what it is come to. And the sad part about it, man, the sad thing is that it's going to convince a lot of you fans. Oh, Mainman. He's daring to be great. He's daring to be great. He's doing great things. Forgetting the fact about Lomachenko is right there. Forgetting that Jorge Linares is right there. Forgetting that Regis Prograis is right there. Oh, but he's daring to be great. There's a built-in excuse for this fight. If he win, loses, or draw, he'll walk away already looking good. Okay. Errol Spence Jr. can get Ugas in the goddamn ring, but they down for this. Is it the suits? Is it the suits? Mikey and Spence is the only one I'm looking forward to, and it's just about interesting because they are two big names. Man, oh man. You know, I hear you, bro. I'm just like, man, I'd rather see other things. I don't want to be I told y'all in the past, I don't want to be the dude that put a damper on this fight like that. But yo, I'm just not turned for this thing, man. I'm just not, man. I want to see Mikey fight other fighters, Joe. I would have liked to seen Terrence Bud Crawford, given that the fights broke down since back in the day. Bob Arum is out, like you can fight Crawford or you can fight Loma. Come on, man. Like, yo, man, Earl is going to walk. You know what? We'll get the strategy. I put just on the early portion of this, I got Earl just holding out for a couple rounds until he let his hands go. And then we're going to see. If Mikey gets dropped in this fight a couple times, then we're going to see. But ladies and gentlemen, would y'all not have rather seen unifications fights with the other welterweights? And give me a reason why they couldn't happen. Give me one reason. Names. Fuck names. Agreed, Ronnie Boy. See, Ronnie Boy is straight. Hey, he an OG, Slim. He a straight up OG in this, man. He see things for what the fuck they are, bruh. Some of y'all being conned, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, Mikey Garcia has a name. Yeah, this is a name. Earl Spence Jr. will get zero credit for this, man. So what does he get out of this shit? Did he beat a smaller fighter? I mean, look, man, if I'm out doing nothing, you dig where I'm going, it's raining outside or something, you dig. I watched the fight. But come on, man. I mean, let me try to look at this as the glass half full for some of my folks out there that like this. I'm going to say this. What Mikey is doing is a brave thing. But at the end of the day, there's no lose-lose for this for Mikey. And y'all know this. At the end of the day, Mikey gets full credit for this. He steps up. He's going up against the perceived boogeyman of the weight division, yet he's avoiding Jorge Linares, Regis Prograis, Josh Taylor, Vasyl Lomachenko, all of these other dudes, Terrence Bud Crawford, all of them get pushed to the side. Forget all of them. Errol Spence Jr., whether he win, lose, or draw, he is a fucking hero. Unfucking believable. You hear me? So, you know, I just, come on, man. I'm an old school boxing fan. I've been watching boxing since the day I can talk. And, you know, I just, this ain't never been something that's on my radar. I'm just sorry. Looking at them in the face off today, I was like, man, look at that size difference. Man, Earl is just looking at, just licking his chops. He gets the bag. On top of that, there's going to be enough fight fans out there that say, well, Errol Spence Jr. is the man. He is a killer. He got a name. This is a win-win-win for Mikey, bro. I bet you Mikey will be back on pay-per-view before Spence Jr. will. Yeah, Mikey going to be checking out soon. This is all part of Mikey's checkout plan. I think he wants Pacquiao too. I've looked into it, and it seems as if his team, his daddy, his brother, they want him to fight Manny Pacquiao. That's the fight that they wanted him to go for. That's the one that they wanted. They didn't want him to go up in here with Errol Spence Jr. It's because what if Mikey fuck around and be the same after this fight? Then they go, oh, it is what it is, man. I mean, if this is what the fight fans refuse to fight for, so be it. This is what it is. I guess I'll be that lone dude. Mikey needs to fight Pac-Man next. Yeah, he needs to fight. That'll be a hell of a fight, bruh. Mikey and Pac-Man, man, that'll be a fight that I pay good money for. But they doing Pac-Man versus Adrian Bronner. Why? Because it's a money fight. Because it's a popular fight. Because it's a TMZ fight. So that's the fight that they're going to do. Pac-Man versus Adrian Bronner. When it gets Mayweather, right? Or maybe when it gets Mikey. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. But sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Mainman just not 100% on board with it. Maybe some people will be like, yo, man, I was hoping you back this. I even got hit up by some of y'all. I was like, man, I hope you back this, bruh. I try my best to look at this with the glass half full, but I just see so many other names that I'd rather see. Errol Spence Jr. said he had to clean up his side of the street before he fought Terrence Crawford. This ain't one of the members that I thought was on this side of the street that he was talking about. I just didn't. I thought he was talking about the Ransom Club. Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, Ugas, Berto, something like that. I didn't think he was talking about Mikey Garcia. But then again, to Earl's credit, Mikey talked his way into this thing. It's Mikey that put himself in this position. No one forced this on Mikey. He wanted this. So the fault goes to Mikey. Earl just like, look, man, I was cooling. I was chilling over here talking about these other fighters, trying to do unifications, and Mikey keep calling my name. So what the hell am I supposed to do? You dig? And that's the only reason I give Earl an out on this. But as for Mikey, to me, Mikey, you got things to do, bro, at the lower weights. Vasyl Lomachenko said, what's good? You dig? Winner of the World Boxing Super Series says, what's good? You know what I mean? Jorge Linares says, yeah, I may have lost to Loma, but Mikey, you ain't Loma. What's good? And that's all I'm saying. But this is clearly Mikey looking for the door. Man, you know, I guess I can't fault Mikey too much for wanting big money fights and checkout fights because he don't want to be fighting till he's 40, right? Let's get to the Charlos. So we know we got Charlos coming up. They're headlining their own card, December 22nd. We got Jamal Charlo going up against Willie Monroe Jr. And we got Jermell Charlo going up against Tony Harrison. Oh, Collazo called out Spence too. Yeah, that's another welterweight. I would have rather seen that, bruh. And I know people going to say, what? Yeah, I'd rather seen that. Collazo's a big welterweight. It would have been something good to see, a good measuring fight. I can't measure Errol Spence Jr. at all in a Mikey Garcia fight. I can't say how Errol Spence Jr. would do against Porter, Garcia, or Thurman in a Mikey Garcia fight. All I can say is he beat him. He was supposed to beat him. That's all I can say. But to the Charlos, man, Charlo versus Willie Monroe Jr. I mean, they getting their own card, right? December 22nd. Willie Monroe Jr. Willie Monroe Jr., the fadeaway fighter. You know what I mean? A fighter who starts out strong, shows you good boxing skills in the first 4 rounds, and then fades away. Fades away like Jordan with the Wizards. Fades away like Jordan in 9-6. You know what I mean? Same for Tony Harrison. You know what I mean? That's who they're doing. They couldn't get a better name with the dog. What is PBC doing with all their money, bruh? Like they talking about. I remember listening to the vice president dude saying they're gonna put on all of these fights. Is that what they're gonna do? Give us a bunch of bum fights with all that money? Y'all got bags over there with the PBC. Y'all couldn't attract better names than this. Y'all want to take over the zone. You want to push Bob Arum out the way. You want to push ESPN out the way. Well, this ain't it. This ain't the way it goes. I'm gonna be in the Barclays for that one though. Yeah, and then why the hell is he even going down at the Barclays, bro? These dudes based out of Texas, and one is based out of LA because he used to be in Texas, but he lives in LA now. I'm talking B-side Charlo. The only good thing that I'm looking forward to is that hopefully B-side Charlo does not get in there and get outboxed by Tony Harrison, and he sets up a major unification fight with my main man, the real champ, Jerry Swift Hurd. That's what I'm hoping. That's the only thing that I'm hoping. But as for Jamal, what the hell is he going to do, bruh? What is he going to do, man? And should he go? There's been some talks of Jamal Charlo. The reason he's keeping put, for one, Danny Jacobs haven't made a decision. And also, there's some talks about a purse bid, possibly between him and Canelo. Haven't y'all learned that Canelo can give a frog's fat shit about belts? He will vacate that WBC in a heartbeat if you force a purse bid on him. Orlando says Willie Monroe Jr. got Thurman condition. He has a heart condition too. That's a garbage fight. Yeah, bro. He gonna fade. He gonna start off strong. Everybody gonna be looking. He's gonna be looking good in about 2 to 3 rounds. And next thing you know, he gonna be backpedaling. He gonna be moving. He gonna be backpedaling. Selecki versus Charlo would have been better than Willie Monroe Jr. If they couldn't lure David Lemieux. David Lemieux getting left in the cold. He was scheduled to go up against Canelo. Remember, he get one that's getting left in before Canelo announced the Rocky Fielding fight. It was supposed to have been Canelo and David Lemieux. They couldn't lure David Lemieux over. That would have been a good fight. David Lemieux versus Jamal Charlo. I would have liked to seen that. Man, look, man, I'm gonna be real. Like Danny Jacobs, I understand he wants that Canelo fight, but bro, you pulled up. You pulled up on Jamal. Did he not pull up on Jamal Charlo? Danny Jacobs, you can't just pull up like that, bro, and then just like fade. Just now I'm gonna run to the zone and I need Canelo. Danny, Danny could take a 1-fight deal with Showtime. He could pump the brakes on it. The zone ain't going nowhere. You pulled up on Jamal, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. What's with Laura versus Constant? I would have loved to see Ronnie Boy. I would have loved to see Arislandi Laura versus Jamel Charlo. After all the smack that Jamel Charlo said to Arislandi Laura. I know what people going to say. I've been told by y'all a million times. Mainman, Jamal Charlo did not want that to happen. I get it. But Jamel Charlo said some deep shit. Jamel Charlo said some deep shit to Arislandi Laura. He said, I beat everybody in that gym. I beat everybody that Ronnie Shields coaches. He'll beat Arislandi Laura. When Arislandi Laura called him out, we heard nothing. We heard nothing from B-side Charlo. So I don't know what's up with that, man. But yeah, man. I mean, look, man. I'm on record saying that Jamal Charlo should go to the zone. That's where all the big fights are. But then again, I'm not even sure if they still would give him those fights if he signed with the zone. I hear what Eddie Hearn talking about. Eddie can't promise that. Eddie can't dictate what the hell Canelo going to do. He can't dictate. Now, as for Gennady Golovkin, there's another opportunity. Is anybody throwing the bags to Gennady Golovkin? I don't see, but then again, I don't even see Gennady Golovkin stepping up, man. And this is a sad situation that Jamal Charlo is in, man. I feel for the dude. The dude is in his prime years. He's aiming to prove, and he's ready. But these middleweights are acting like the man is the plague or something. You hear me? But as for Daniel Jacobs, bruh, before you make that move to the zone, you need to go give Jamal Charlo a call. You pulled up, man. You can't pull up and then just back out. You pulled up. And we gave Jamal Charlo a hell of a lot of shit for that. We said, yo, Daniel Jacobs put that grown man pressure on Jamal Charlo, and he ain't look like a lion that night. Now, did he? But then he faded away. Then he started running to the bags. He ran back to HBO, and now that his HBO deal is up, we ain't seen him make a move towards Charlo. Before he gets down with the zone ain't going no damn where. He need to be telling Eddie, that the zone business, I get to that. But right now, I got to go handle this. I pulled up on this kid. I put him out there. I told him, yeah, what's good? I ain't, I could have went deeper on Dan. You talking about I'm going to make my M's. You made your M's, bruh. You got money. You got a title. What's good? Give Jamal Charlo a shot. We give a lot of pressure to Canelo. Don't get me wrong. And Canelo deserves it. But at the end of the day, dog, you pulled up on Jamal. You can't pull up. I don't know where you from. But he from New York. I mean, I know cats up in New York, and they don't get down like that. They don't pull up and don't act on it, bruh. You got to act on it. Orlando says Jamal got them middleweight shook. Oh, they got them boys shook. You hear me? Like a Pepsi can. Them boys are shook. After he knocked the dude down with the jab, man, everybody like, man, I ain't fucking with that. This dude just knocked that man down with a jab. What they feeding that man? I don't know. What's up, man? Demetrius Andrade needs to fight Charlo. No excuses. No excuses. None whatsoever. He ran from Charlo. That's enough, man. Dog, like this got to stop. I can't put no fault with Al Heyman with this. I can't put no fault with Jamal Charlo in any shape, form, or fashion in this situation. This is all the middleweights. Gennady Golovkin is shook. Canelo Alvarez skipped over the whole division once he had to face his mandatory. Everybody ran from Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo is the Michael Myers of the middleweight division. Easy. But as for Daniel Jacobs, bruh, if you live by a code, you pulled up. That's the whole deal. Ain't none of the rest of them cats pull up. You pulled up and fake like you was Debo out this bitch. So guess what, cuz? You need to go and handle your business. You need to handle your business. Running over there to Eddie Hearn. I'm chasing M's. I'm chasing M's. Shh. As for Andrade, yeah, same thing, man. Andrade always talked all this smacked about the Charlos. But when him and Jamel was supposed to fight back down at 154, we didn't get it. When him and Law was supposed to fight at 154, we didn't get it. Then up here, then it took you a fight or two to get ready for Billy Joe Saunders. You had to put on more muscle mass. Andrade, what's good, man? You had to walk the count. The Doka will fight. When you fought the dude, he kept getting up on your ass. All right, we gave you the space on that because Billy Joe Saunders was fucking with that shit. You hear me? So we gave you space on that. But at the end of the day, that don't give you a pass to run from the Charlos. You talk too much smack, and you don't never get in there with neither Charlo. That's what be killing me about Andrade, bruh. Hawker Mustang, what's up with you, bruh? What's good with you? I don't understand it, my man. I don't get it. Man, these people run from Jamal Charlo like this man is the fucking plague. And dog, it has to stop, man. It just has to stop. So overall, let me ask y'all, everybody in the chat, let me ask y'all this question. From all the fights that we know that's coming up from PBC, how do y'all grade this? How do y'all grade this? From A to F. Give me a D-, C+ out of all of these fights, including Leo Santa Cruz versus Flores or Florado, whoever this dude is, bruh. It ain't Gary Russell Jr. I can't get over that, man. The truth is, Maul Charlo is in the same spot that Crawford is in. Yeah, that is actually true. That is actually true. Where he is so talented in his best years right now, calling out everybody, and everybody got a deaf ear to him. Ronnie Boy says he gives it a C- with all of these fights that announced. Orlando says he gives it a C. I'd give it about a C. I'm with you. I give it a C. But I tell you what, the one takeaway is, of course, Leo Santa Cruz versus the Flores fight, man. This is unbelievable, man. This is unbelievable. I know Luis Ortiz was saying that he wants to get up another shot at Bomb Squad. That's if Bomb Squad gets through. Speaking of which, did y'all see Tyson Fury? Yo, Tyson Fury looking good. I did a video on that earlier. Go check it out. The man is in tremendous shape. I got nothing but respect for that dude, man. Came back from mental abuse, came back from being a blimp, and now looking better than ever. Slim, trim, and ready to roll. That's what I'm talking about. But however, Luis Ortiz says he wants that rematch. Well, guess what, bro? Why didn't Luis Ortiz and Dominique Brazil get it in? Riddle me that. Riddle me that. With fights like these from PBC, the DAZN is going to take over boxing. Man, Orlando, hard truth right there, homie. Hard truth. I hope to see these PBC boxers fighting out of house more often. That's the suits, Hawker. Hey, I'm anti-suit, bruh. We need to see some of these fighters crossing the street. As for Terrence Crawford, Ronnie Boy, I know that's your dude, bruh. Terrence Bud Crawford all day. That's my man too. But he got to get in the mix. And looking the way PBC is conducting business, they trying to shut him out, man. They trying to shut the dude out. It's sad. Ortiz versus Brazil should have happened. Absolutely. Now, that would have been a fight to put on the Wilder Fury undercard. We seen, Ortiz and Brazil. Uncle Al could have made that happen at the snap of a finger. Fight for the mandatory. That would have been awesome. You didn't see one unification. They scared to make these unifications, bruh. The only unifications that's going to happen, it seemed like, is Keith Thurman versus Sean Porter. I don't get it, but they scared to make these unifications because they got so many fight slots to fill. And they want to keep feeding us these bum fights. Plain and simple. They get a unification. They got to risk mandatories and, this fighter got to fight that fight. They don't want to go down that route. None of them want to enter the IBF. They act like the IBF is the plague at welterweight. This is insane, bro, because you know why? They know the IBF is going to enforce the mandatories, and they got to go through Earl Spence Jr. Man. PBC, they got to do better. Uncle Al, you got to do better. Do better. Big Baby Miller or Dillian White should fight Ortiz. Hey, we already know how that went down, Orlando. Ortiz was ready to take on whoever. He was ready to skip off the card, sign a 3-fight deal with Eddie, whatever it took to get Dillian White in the ring. You know what I mean? Dillian White, man. Dillian White, he'd rather go and try to make this money fight happen with Derek Chisora. You know what I mean? Somebody who he can son in negotiations. But Luis Ortiz, Dominic Brazil, they should have been getting it on, man. They should have put that on the undercard of the Wilder Fury card, and I think that would have been a good fight. It would have been a good telling fight. Luis Ortiz would have then earned his shot back at Wilder or whatever, or even the winner of the winner of Wilder and Fury. You know what I mean? Man, Ortiz want all the smoke, and I ain't mad at him because he know his window is closing, man. He ain't trying to be leaving this sport without getting the shot that he feel as though he deserved. He already had one shot at Wilder. He fell short. Okay, well, guess what? He's still looking towards the other heavyweights. He ain't running from nothing. You hear me? Free smoke from Luis Ortiz all day. Hawker says, I've been skipping most of these showcase fights. I'm becoming more of a casual fan in my old age. Wake me up when a big fight is on. Well, I guess the next big fight we can talk about, bruh, is Wilder Fury. I'm looking forward to that fight. That is the fight right now that's saving boxing. Truth be told. Wilder Fury right now is the only fight that's saving boxing. Not Canelo and Fielding. You know what I mean? None of those fights, man. That's the only fight that's saving boxing right now. And the sad part is that, like I tell y'all before, my circle, anybody who I know, I can walk out and talk to my neighbor across the street and I say, yo, you gonna watch that heavyweight fight on December 1st? They like, who fighting? They have no idea, bruh. So we need more of those. It's the only way. Ortiz is on it. Respect to him. Respect to Luis Ortiz. Shout out to Luis Ortiz and his whole corner, man. Shout out to Luis Ortiz and his whole corner. Usyk versus Ortiz. Usyk don't want that right now, Hawker. That fight I would like to see. And yes, Wilder versus Fury is interesting. Usyk better ease his way up in the heavyweight division. Usyk better be putting toes into the water, not his whole foot. I don't suggest that, bruh. We seen how them straight right hands from Bellew was affecting him. I don't think quite just yet. We see Dillian White. I bet you he jump on that opportunity with the quickness, but he won't jump on that. He won't jump on Luis Ortiz like that. That's what I don't understand. Luis Ortiz wants to smoke, and we need to be supporting Luis Ortiz to the rooftops. He is the type of fighter that we need in boxing. Without a doubt. Yeah, Ortiz is that dude, Ronnie boy. He is that dude, bruh. No doubt about it, man. Got nothing but love for Luis Ortiz. This Kaufman fight, and then, this is just a stay busy thing, man. But they could have done better, man. Who the dude that Dominic Brazil is fighting? I forgot. I know he's fighting. I forgot the guy's name, man. But come on, bro. They could have did Dominic Brazil versus Luis Ortiz, man. They truly could have, man. Blood pressure medication or not, Luis Ortiz put that work in. Yeah, he put that work in. He got the other heavyweights wanting to take blood pressure medication because they can't take that pressure. Luis started with that man was going to pull himself off of the Wilder Fury card just to step to Dillian White. Then Dillian White tried to accuse him of pricing himself out. He said, I take your deal. I take whatever you throw on me, whatever bag you can afford to get me in the ring. I'm down. Still no fight. Man. And then I don't even think he'll fight him afterwards. This Dirk should show a fight, man. So all I can say to this is let's keep on supporting Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. Both of these men deserve our full and full support, man. Don't stream it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't stream it. Buy the damn fight. Buy the damn fight, man. Hawker says, I think Usyk can take Ortiz. I think he could take White too, and I think White and Ortiz are solid. I only see White beating Usyk by fouling. Look, man, we got to see what Usyk's punch resistance is going to be like, bruh. Usyk got in there with a cruiserweight that was once a false heavyweight. Let's not forget that Tony Bellew did not fight a legitimate heavy. He fought an injured David Haye. You did. Tony Bellew went up to heavyweight, took those, and came back down. Usyk needs to ease himself in it. Usyk's own manager is even out there. Aegis is like, man, Aegis Climax is like, nah, we're going to take it slow. We're going to take too low. I think Usyk, let me be honest with you, Hawker, if you want to talk about Usyk at heavyweight, Usyk and Joseph Parker. What do you think about that? Usyk and Joseph Parker. That'd be interesting. Usyk and Alexander Povetkin. What do you think about that? That's more of the line I think that Usyk should go before he thinks about jumping up in there with the elite heavyweights. Them dudes can punch, bruh. Usyk ain't heavyweight built yet. He needs to get into that heavyweight frame first and get into it comfortably. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Usyk needs to work his way in. Him and Alexander Povetkin, that'd be interesting. I think that'd be interesting. But the Luis Ortizes, fuck no, bruh. Fuck no. Man, Luis Ortiz will counter shot that man, bruh, and knock that man. Dog, I'm telling you, Usyk want to keep his prestige. He want to keep his name rising. He better take it slow. And that's just some good damn advice. Real shit. That's just some good damn advice. You know what I mean? So, you know, boxing, it is what it is, man. These PBC, they have announced, you know, a lot of their fights. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Ronnie boy. Those would be good fights, man. And from looking at some of the subscribers here, y'all say y'all give these announcements a C level of the announcements that we got. I'm not happy with the Leo Santa Cruz fight. I'm not happy with the Danny Garcia Granados fight. I'm not happy with the Showtime Sean Porter versus Ugas fight. I think that was Earl Spence's opponent, and that's where he should have remained. I would have rather seen Lamont Peterson versus Danny Garcia in an interesting rematch. That would have been one hell of a fight. As for Pac and Brawner, I would rather if Mikey Garcia wanted to come to welterweight, Mikey Garcia versus Manny Pacquiao would have been more interesting to me. You dig? But it is what it is. That's just a money fight. That's a TMZ fight. And, you know, it is what it is. So, yo, if I appear negative to a lot of these fights, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just an old school fan that want to see the best fight the best. I believe that PBC has been giving us baked storylines for far too long, and they got way too much money. They got way too many dates for them not to be able to make the damn fights. Ronnie says the best fight is Lamont Lippin. Yes, it's a 50-50 fight. I mean, I like to see actually, I got Lamont winning that fight. I think Lamont stands on his punches and gives Lipinets problems. Interesting to see Lipinets up at the welterweight division, though, bruh. But yeah, they got to do better. The Charlos, we got to hit. Hopefully, we'll be getting Jamil Charlo versus Jared Hurd. Hopefully, and here's another one. I feel I left this one out. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Abner Martez. Gervonta Tank Davis versus another 126-pound fighter. Okay. All right. We can't get him versus Loma. We can't get him versus Burchell. All right. We can't get him versus Farmer, but they'll do him versus Abner Martez. Why? Because it's a popular name. It's all business. It's all business with the PBC, man. You know what I mean? If Ugas can come to the WBC and get a big fight right away, Spence should do the same. Really? Should I go there, Orlando? Should we go down the route of why Earl Spence Jr. never joined the WBC? Should we really go down that route? Something that I've been calling for God knows how long. It ain't going to happen, bruh. It ain't going to happen. I kind of gave up on the narrative because I'm just well convinced that it ain't. Earl Spence Jr. would go up to 154 before he joins the WBC. Y'all fill in the blanks. You hear me? No Machado. But Tank Davis can fight Abner Martinez. And trust and believe, if Tank Davis wouldn't have took Abner Martinez, Leo Santa Luz would have definitely took Abner Martinez, all to avoid Gary Russell Jr. That's PBC, though. All the names, all the talent in the world. And here we are going into another year, 2019, where we're not getting the best fighting the best. Disappointed. It's disappointing as hell, bro. The WBC Clean Boxing Program. Like I said, bro, you fill in the blanks. Why Earl Spence Jr. ain't gone to the WBC? Y'all fill in the blanks. How old is shit? I don't know, bro. But guess what? He got the look. He looks like a star. He talks like a star. He can hype up a fight. So he's a Gervonta Davis opponent. Simple and Simon. And that dude from B-More, he right up the road from here, bro. We in this city like, man, let me tell you what the narrative around my city is. Why the hell ain't Tank fighting Gary? That's the narrative around. That narrative is building a major steam up here in the DMV. I talk to a lot of folks, and the question they keep, hey man, yo, I be listening to your show, bro. Why you on there talk about Tank versus Gary? I be telling people I can't talk about it. I want to talk about it, but I can't talk about it. I can't talk. Enough said. I'm still at Earl Spence. Say no more. Why Earl Spence Jr. ain't gone to the WBC? Y'all fill in the blanks. Say no more. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, man. I mean, y'all already know that road. And it's at this point, it's like somebody got to give me a better answer, bro. Yo, what's good? What's up, JV? What's up with you, man? What's good with you, bro? Yeah, man. But that's the word around the DMV. I'm gonna give y'all 100. That's the word around DC. Anybody who from my city who I know for sure that listen to this channel, they always jump on me like, why the hell ain't Tank fighting Gary? And I tell you, it just can't happen. Gary won it. Don't get me wrong. Gary won it. Does Tank won it? I don't know. Spence don't want no smoke with the WBC or with Crawford. Hey, man. I mean, I don't understand it, bro. I truly don't. I remember when Sean Porter, I think this was right after he beat Danny. He said this was one of his many excuses when he was like, well, if Earl want to fight me, he gonna have to vacate his IBF and come on over here to the WBC and fight me for it. That's what he told me. You know, I mean, that's what he said. I remember. And then we heard crickets. Hawker says, tuning in for some great boxing chat, JV. I appreciate you, homie. Real talk. Gary Russell Jr. Question mark. Yeah, Gary Russell Jr. Hawker. Yeah, Gary Russell Jr., bruh. I'm talking about Gary Russell Jr., the one that Leo Sanders lose is ducking to go and fight. What's his guy's name? Miguel Flores. Why the hell is he not fighting Gary Russell Jr.? You know what I'm saying? No reason whatsoever. There's no excuse given. No fucks given. But it is what it is. But yeah, man, up here in the DMV, that's the narrative, bro. And that's a lot of casual fans. See, what Tank Davis don't seem to understand is that the casual fans up here in our city, that's the fight that they want to see, bro. They want to see Tank versus Gary. And to everybody who come from my city who hear me, I know that's what y'all talk about. Y'all be hitting me up. So that's the narrative. But Tank don't want to fight at the Tank don't want to fight at the Harbor. He don't want to fight at the MGM we got up here. He thinks it's too small. Tank says he's too big of a star to fight in our MGM. But that fight would do awesome for this area. It will sell out in a heartbeat. Trust me. People really underestimate Gary Russell Jr. He's an underrated champion. Without a doubt. Underrated as hell, bro. And ducked. Let's not forget that. And ducked. Don't get me wrong. Gary Russell Jr. can be much more active. He can be much more active. But at the end of the day, the fight that it's already been baked. It's been baked for years now. It's Gary Russell Jr. versus Leo Santa Cruz. Oh, yeah. You know, I want to fight Gary Russell Jr., but first I got to go and fight Carl Frampton. Then I got to go and fight Abner Martinez. And then maybe I'll go fight Anthony Joshua. And then I'm going to try to go and find Mike Tyson and see if he want to fight. And then I'll fight Gary Russell Jr. That's him. You hear me? Everybody want to see Tank versus Loma. Yeah, true talk. But Tank is fighting Abner Martinez. We gave him the other guys that he brought up from 126, and you know he claimed himself to be a champion. But the fighters he's already fought from 126. I understand he didn't give us Tevin Farmer, but he keep fighting these 126 fighters, man. What's up with that shit? He's trying to preserve his hands. Yeah, Gary, true talk. Gary has hand issues, for those who don't know. So for those who do talk about Gary's inactivity, he does have hand issues. Hey, good comment right there. Light lit up. Good comment. Real talk. Plus, he can't get any real fights. Yeah, I mean, Gary's at the point in his career where he's looking towards the end, but he wants to give us some big fights before he go. He's already on record saying it, man. Like he ain't gonna be. He loves his family. He loves his brother. They are fighting family. He'd rather sit back and coach his brothers. But before he calls it quits, he wants big fights. That's just what he wants. Leo Santa Cruz should be done. I don't know what the hell Al Heyman is waiting. Is he trying to make it a pay-per-view fight? I mean, I don't know why Al ain't making that fight, bro. It's no excuse. Real talk. Orlando says Spence wants that smoke in the WBC, but he don't want to take that year-round test. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, all I can say to that is anybody who disagree with that, come back with a better answer. Come back with a better answer. What happened to Rigo? Who did he last fight? Yo, I don't know where the hell Rigo ass at, man. Rigo somewhere in Cuba smoking some cubes. I don't know, man. He got that Loma check, man, and got low, bro. I don't know what's up with Rigo. Rigo need to come back and lead the 122 division and bring his ass up to 126. Let him put some pressure also on Leo Santa Luz. But you know, Leo ain't gonna take those fights. Leo is looking for other flat-footed Mexican fighters, man. That's what he's looking for. He not looking for no razzle-dazzle dude to get in the ring with. That's gonna box his ears off. You know what I mean? He ain't trying to do that, bro. Just not gonna happen. He is with PBC. His promo isn't the issue. Gary Russell Jr. is feared. And after, you know what, man? And from what I've been told, a lot of people thought Gary Russell Jr. was going to lose to Jojo Diaz. Jojo Diaz fought one hell of a fight. Gary Russell Jr. showed them adjustments because he's always in tip-top condition between fights. He can go deep into a fight, and his punch resistance is off the hook. That scares a lot of fighters, bro. That scares a lot of fighters. That scares a hell of a lot of fighters. Oh, man, shout out to my main man, Orlando Finney, once again in the super chat. I appreciate you, bro. It's always all love. All love, man. All love. Nope, Dogbo want Rigo. Oh, Dogbo want Rigo? Yeah, well, you know what? Rigo need to come back, man. Rigo going to want to come back to a soft touch probably. But then again, nah, I take that back. Guillermo Rigondeaux is the type of fighter, man. He's always asked for the top fights, and he never ran from none of them. So I don't know. Maybe he comes back and he wants to get right in there with the best. But I want Rigo to come up to 26. I know everybody going to be like, well, he's small. But Rigo at this point, man, he's been chilling, eating whatever, man, cooling on the beach somewhere, man. Probably smoking 100 cigarettes. You hear me? Rigo, he need to be coming. I'm pretty sure he gained a couple pounds, man. He need to bring his ass back to boxing and show us that he still got it. He still does, even with hand issues. He has a great ring IQ and is a great boxer. Plus, he can bang. Yeah, Gary can do it all, bro. Gary is a fight of many, and this is the reason why Leo don't want that. He don't want that work. After, you know, Leo don't want to have too many fights, I guess, between the Carl Frampton, you know, so close to the Carl Frampton loss. He don't want to risk it, man. He don't want to have that scar on his record. He want to be this invincible dude out there in Cali, man. Real talk. Rigo is supposed to be on one of these PBC pay-per-view cards. Yeah. I mean, you know, they talk Rigo. I mean, look, man, I don't know what Rigo doing. I can't say that this is a PBC problem because it's maybe a Rigo thing. I mean, Rigo don't come around the cameras. He don't stay in touch with his fans. He don't let Bammers know he's still breathing. He don't let nobody know he's still living. He don't let nobody know he's still talking, walking, nothing. You know what I mean? Rigo just gets low. Rigo get the money and gets low. You know what I'm saying? Rigo come back when he want to come back, man. So I don't know. I remember he came out about a month or so ago. I guess he came back to let everybody know he was still good. I'm good. You know, I'm still alive. I'm out here. I'm still out here, and I want nothing but the best. You know, it is what it is, man. But Rigo need to come on back, bro, and with that hunger. And that's being honest, man. But yo, man, those are the PBC fights, though, y'all. You know, and some of them are good, some of them are bad. You know what I mean? For those who missed it when we went through them, you can kind of go back and watch the replay. And you know, I just think that this PBC can do better. And I'm hoping that I was hoping that 2019 would be a huge year for the PBC. I was hoping that Earl Spence Jr. would start to clean up the side of the street that he's been wanting to do so desperate. But looking at that press conference tonight, how Sean Porter was, you know, towing the WBC line, how Danny Garcia was sitting there looking dumb, salty, and acting like that the man wasn't in the building. Looking at Keith Thurman talking about going after his old title, and So that means that if he fights Jodecito Lopez, then he's going to want to fight Porter. Then God knows what's going to happen after that. Maybe he'll get an injury. Maybe, you know, he'll hurt his, you know, I don't know. He'll have enough more bone bruises or bruises of the bone or whatever the fuck. I don't know, bro. But the fact still remains, man, doesn't look like Earl Spence Jr. going to be cleaning up his side of the street no time soon. Hold up, man. You going to the Bowie State fights. You know, I heard about those fights. That's the one that has the Rockman brothers, bro? Is that the one that got Hasim Rockman Jr. that's going to be in it? I heard about those fights. I might just be in the building. I got a homeboy who got some tickets to that fight, and he want me to ride with him, man. I might just do it. And if I do, Ronnie boy, I'll be definitely sure to do a live stream or either do a video from there. Are you going to be in the building? Let me know. Let me know. If so, we probably can link up or something, man. Maybe get together and do a collab or something, man. Another thing to the subscribers of this channel, man. Let me just say to y'all, get a Google Hangout. I want some of my folks, man. I want to collab. I want y'all up on the line with me, man. Ronnie boy, get a Google Hangout if you ain't got one. Orlando, get one if you ain't got one. Everybody who faithfully listens to this channel that we chop it up all the time. I want to chop it up with y'all, man. For, you know, I can get other channels on here like nothing, but truth be told, I would rather talk to y'all. And if I can get a couple of y'all, man, on this thing, we can chop it up, bro. I will easily send y'all links. And yeah, we can definitely chop it up. You know what I mean? And we can definitely do this. I want to get some subscribers on this channel. Getting other channels on this channel is not hard. I got a lot of channels reaching out to me and they're saying, yo, can we collab? Can we collab? Can we collab? I want to collab with my subscribers. And that's what I'm really interested in. Real talk. So if y'all got access to a mic, got access to a phone, got access to a camera, you got a Google Hangouts account, let me know. I will easily shoot y'all links and I'll be more than happy. Hawker, same to you too, bro. I'll be more than happy to get up with y'all and we can do collabs on these live streams because that's what I do it for. I do it for y'all. Y'all make this worth doing. Real talk. I'm about to sign this thing out. I appreciate everybody who tuned in with me tonight. Lord knows I do. I got mama calling me up on the phone, and y'all know who, you know, I got my lady calling me up. She like, bruh, you been on that damn live stream too damn long. You hear me? I got to get going, man. It's been a pleasure. Expect some more vids on this PBC situation. Expect many more vids on the Wilder Fury situation. And ladies and gentlemen, y'all know how I get down. It's Mainman Mademan. Peace out.